Steward Madnick, 1978, argued that computer security could not be achieved only by technical measures. 1978. Let's have a chat about that. Welcome to Doctor's Advice. I'm Dr. B, your host. So what Madnick in 1978 meant that computer security could not be achieved only by technical measures. I can say this. He also emphasized the fact that operational computer security require managerial controls in place, meaning having policy standards and procedures that manage how you apply these technologies, these processes. Take this for example. You scan an environment, come up with several vulnerabilities. According to him, and according to what he said, is the fact that you start using the technology not only to scan, but also to patch your environment, but patch randomly, just diminishing the amount of inventory of vulnerabilities, if you will. You discover a self-vulnerability, so let's say 500, just a number for us to start discussion. And you start that burn down chart in bringing down 500 to 400 to 300, and hopefully, the holy grail of zero vulnerability. And that is not the smartest strategy if you're thinking in protecting the organization. So the cybersecurity department is there to protect the organization so the organization can achieve its mission, its corporate objectives, and delivering the products and services to the customers and shareholders. That's all you are there for. You are not there to protect servers and applications and devices. Yes, let's be real. You cannot separate both of them, but that's not your goal. That's a mean to an end, if you will. So your objective to be there as an organization is to making sure that your organization can achieve its objective. And to do so, randomly patching vulnerability is not the smartest strategy. You need to understand what systems support exactly that, delivering the corporate objective. Those systems that deliver the products to your customers and services, those should be on the top of your list. Starting from that perspective, what it was meant back in 1978 that you should have managerial controls, that's one of them. Having processes, procedures, and standards that actually establish that methodology that you shall identify this critical system in your organization, combined with the technology that identify those vulnerabilities, and start patching, eliminating vulnerabilities, enhancing the security, hardening the security of your environment so your company can deliver on its vision, on its corporate objective. That is mission-based cybersecurity. Now, yes, you might argue. Now, imagine this was in 1978, and here we are, 2025. Why we lost that message? Why now everything is important? Protecting everything. If everything is number one, you actually don't have any priority whatsoever. Yes, you have the argument, oh yes, if something get hacked here on the left corner and laterally move in the organization and affect the critical system, that is a value argument. However, for that to occur, think a little bit. How many things had to go wrong for that to happen? So your problem probably is much worse if that is your primary argument. So if you have limited budget, limited resources, we all do. Why would you start shooting aimlessly at everything and trying to fix everything without a priority? Beyond the priority of the vulnerability, this is a high vulnerability. So you saying that there are no high vulnerabilities in other systems, but production. All right, let's take that for an example. Is everything in production the same criticality, right? Maintaining back office system, yes, is important. But if it goes down, you do not make the news. Yes, will cause you some pain. You're going to lose some type of communication internally. You're going to have a hiccup on your operations, but you will not show up in the news. But you lose a customer-facing application that customer depends on. Most likely will have your local reporter knocking your door. And if you're lucky, it's your local reporter, not the national news. So having that priority is very important. And that was set back in 1978. Where did we lose focus of that? So take a look in your internal process. Evaluate, see if aligns with that. If not, have a healthy discussion. Why should we just start aiming on lower a number of vulnerabilities? Now we have all these cool terms. You have cybersecurity hygiene. Yes, you need to bring everything to an acceptable level. But I would argue, based on your objective in your organization, protecting the most critical system in your organization, protecting your organization on their ability to deliver products and services, that you already have a target that you need to start from. So rethink, take a look at your strategy, and let me know, right? Do you have it right? Do you need some adjustments? Will you do those adjustments? And how hard will it be to change the culture that already you have in your organization? This is it. Just want to chat with you about this. This was back in 1970. I found this a very interesting topic, a very interesting comment and quote, if you will, to bring it up and how we're treating our environment today. I know, and now we are deploying tremendous amount of systems, tremendous amount of applications or systems and services with cloud computing. With just one click of the mouse and boom, you deploy 50 systems and everything, routers, switches, servers, databases. And it's so easy to deploy. It's so easy to lose track of what you have. So now more than ever, that quote is so true and is so important today. Until next time, thank you for listening. If you want to continue listening and having more of these talks, click on subscribe below. And I'll see you next time.